show where you get your dose of real food and real talk to fuel your body and nourish your soul. I'm your host, Cassandra Bodzak, and today we are going to make my California Kale salad from my best-selling book, Eat With Intention. I'm super excited to share this recipe with you because it is the perfect summer salad in my opinion. And we're also going to talk about tuning into your inner voice. So if you have Eat With Intention and you turn to your California Kale salad, you'll notice that the mantra that goes along with it is, I honor my inner voice. So I just wanted to read a little bit about that, and I think you'll see where this recipe comes from and why it's so special to me. Honoring my inner voice has always been and will be my #1 secret for creating a life that lights me up. And my inner voice was majorly behind me moving to California. The weather is almost always warm, and I love tossing together a light and nourishing salad to get me through the afternoon. So this recipe and the meditation the exercise that goes along with this is a really fun one for listening to your intuitive voice and doing some intuitive writing. So definitely check that out. But yes, this recipe is super special to me because moving to California was an epic choice in my life after spending my whole life in New York and really feeling this inner pull to move to California and honoring that inner voice. And I really feel like this recipe not only is, kind of represents the feel of California that I have so far, but it also represents how sometimes listening to our inner voice is really simplistic. This salad is very light. It has a very light and tasty but nourishing dressing on it. It's not very complicated. We don't have a ton of ingredients here. And sometimes that's how our inner voice is. We try to overcomplicate things, and when we really tune in to what our intuition is saying, it's usually not that, it's usually clear and simple and sweet and nourishing, right? Just like this salad. So let's dive in. You can use any kind of greenery you like. Of course, I picked kale because California and kale. I also got this black kale at the co-op today, so you can feel free to use whatever kind of kale that you want. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to rip it off the stem. So again, you want to use whatever greenery you like. I think it's all about making it to you, and we're just going to do one serving today because I think a lot of times when you're making salads, it's something that you want to make for yourself, a quick treat. So you rip some of this off, and then I'm just going to go back and cut them up once again. It's going to kind of give us this feel of almost like a romaine, because this black kale is nice and crunchy. Wish you could feel the texture. And we're going to put that in our bowl. And so the thing that's a little bit different about doing a kale salad than a regular salad is that when you're using kale, you really want to massage the dressing on. So what we're going to do is, after I get all of our kale ready, we're going to make the dressing and then massage that on before we do anything else, because that's going to really allow the kale to become softer and sweeter and not as bitter. It's also going to help our body digest it, right? And kale can be one of the things that's really hard for your body to digest. So what I want you to do when you're eating this salad is really to take that time, like I always encourage, but especially when you're eating this salad, to take that time and really chew it. And allow your saliva, allow yourself to start digesting it while it's in your mouth. And it's going to really help you if you get any particular indigestion sometimes when you eat a lot of dark leafy greens. All right, now we're just going to, again, go over and cut these. There we go. So yeah, listening to that intuition, listening to that inner voice, and even intention, I have lots of different meditations and lots of different practices. But it's really about whatever speaks to you, whichever, sometimes listening to our inner voice can be as simple as creating the space to hear it. It can be creating the breathing room in between the activities of our day where you can really allow kind of that guidance to pour in. So we have all of our kale ready. And now the fun part, the dressing, right? So I am going to start off, my base is going to be tahini for this. And we're just going to do 1 heaping tablespoon of tahini, and we're going to do a little balsamic and olive oil, and all of the exact measurements are in the book, but when you're making it for yourself, when you're making it for your family, you do get to the point where you just eye it, right? If you use all these ingredients And especially with dressing. Dressing is a very kind of taste as you go kind of thing. We all have our different preferences and different levels of spice. So I just did some olive oil, balsamic, some Dijon mustard, and do a little horseradish for a little extra kick. I love me some horseradish. There we go. I'm going to do a full tablespoon. Yum! And we're even going to kick it off with a little turmeric. Turmeric is so good, so anti-inflammatory. It's just a great idea to try to incorporate turmeric in whatever you can during the day. It's an adaptogen, which means that it goes to whatever part of your body that it needs. It really helps reduce the effects of stress, which can be really important, both stress in the way of, deadlines and relationships and stuff like that, but also stress if you work out a lot. When I go to yoga festivals or I'm doing something where it's going to be an intense couple days of physical activity, turmeric really allows my muscles to not get too sore and to let me feel rejuvenated and ready to go. That smells so good. All right, so we have our dressing ready. And we're going to put it on our kale. There we go. And now we're going to massage the kale. Okay, so while we're massaging the kale, this is a good time to close your eyes, take a couple of deep breaths, and try this. Try this version of kind of a very meditative way of cooking, where you're, massaging kale is really, it's almost like when you're like washing hair almost, I would say, right? So you can be really, you can really get in there, right? And just close your eyes and take some nice breaths and allow yourself to just be with the kale, be with yourself in this moment, most importantly, to feel, what it feels like to just give yourself that time, to spend that time. I think a lot of times people don't do this step in the kale. They don't want to spend the few minutes it's going to take to just massage it. And it's funny because it's such a metaphor for life, right? When you take those few minutes and you slow down, when you massage it, you get the dressing in every little crevice, you break down that kale so it's easier for you to digest, it's sweeter, makes the whole recipe better. It's just like life, right? When you give yourself that breathing room and that time to really massage it and to be with where you are and to see, to reflect and to tune in and to ask what the guidance is coming through, to ask what you almost always already just know in your soul, but to give it that airspace to breathe, right? It's so important. So this is properly massaged, and I'm going to go wash my hands, and then we'll be right back to add the rest to it. All right, so our kale is all ready. We're going to get a clean bowl and toss it in there. Beautiful. Just put this to the side. And now we can put on all of our toppings. So first things first, I love me some strawberries. I think this is a very summery California accent. But whatever local berries works for you is great. Just get those beautiful berries all up in that salad. Nice. And then some avocado. You can't have California in the title of a salad and not put some avocado in it, right? So we're just going to cut half of an avocado, and we'll put half of an avocado in it. Yummy. Yes. And again, just taking the time to make your food look beautiful, right? To go that extra mile, to take that time to have some, to have a breath. How cute that is. And now, last but not least, our finishing garnishes. We have some chopped almonds. We're just going to put that. Chopped almonds and chopped nuts are great. They're like nature's croutons, eh? And then hemp seeds. Also, hemp seeds add some great omega-3s and nice crunch to it. So we're just going to sprinkle those on. And chopped walnuts, last but certainly not least. There we go. Yum! And just like that, you have your California Kale salad. And isn't that a beaut? Aren't you ready to go enjoy that? So this is the California Kale salad, and this is your PSA reminder to check into your intuitive voice, to remember that it's usually telling you something that's way more simple than you think. And to just give yourself that time to massage the kale in life, to have those moments where you just sit with yourself, where you just sit with what you're doing and you massage it so it's easier to digest, so it tastes sweeter, right? So important. Thank you guys for tuning in, and as always, if you want more videos like this, please hit the subscribe button. If you like this video, like it, share it with your friend, share it with someone in your life that you love, that you think needs this little reminder, or perhaps would love this salad. And of course, don't forget to check out my free 7-day Mind, Body, Soul Reboot right down below. Mwah! I love you guys, and I'll talk to you soon.